Okay, our last setup for Unit 7 is volume of a sphere. Here's our formula, 4/3 pi r cubed. Remember that your radius is cubed. A few things, whether you're using your calculator or Desmos, to get the cubed root on your calculator, you'll hit the math button and it will be that fourth option down. And in your Desmos app, if you want to take the cubed root, you can hit that function button and it will pop up and type in your little 3. And if you want to cube something, use a to the power of b and plug in that 3 for b. So if I want to find the volume of my sphere, I'm going to have volume is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. And if we just keep going with that, 4/3 pi times 12 cubed. I'm going to do my 12 cubed first. So I'm going to have 4/3 pi times 1728. And I'm just going to take parentheses 4/3 times 1728. And that gives me 2304 pi centimeters cubed. Remember that if you're taking 4/3 of something, you're increasing its value. You can do 1728 times 4 and then divide by 3. That's also another way that you can plug it into your calculator. All right, a sphere has a volume of 972 pi, and it wants us to find the surface area. So one thing that is consistent, if we look at our volume, it is 4/3 pi r cubed, whereas our surface area is 4 pi r squared. Now, the key to opening up the lock for these is going to be this radius. If we will work backwards in our volume to find our radius, then we can plug our radius into our surface area to then answer our question. So if we start over with volume, it says we have 972 pi is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. I'm going to go ahead and cancel out the pi's since we have them on both sides. We're going to divide by it anyway. Remember that whenever we move over our fraction, we multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm actually going to be taking 3/4 of 972. So if I do 972 times 3 divided by 4, that gives me 729 is equal to r cubed. And now I want to take the cubed root of 729. So my radius is 27 meters. And now I'm going to take this 27 meters and plug it right in there for our surface area. So 4 pi times 27 squared. I'm going to do 4 times 27 squared, and that gets me 2916 pi meters squared for my surface area. And then the last one for spheres. A sphere has a surface area of approximately 452.4 square feet. Find the radius and then approximate the volume. So now we're going to start with our surface area and work backwards towards our volume. So for my surface area, my formula is 4 pi r squared. My surface area is approximately 452.4 equals 4 pi r squared. So I'm going to have to divide by 4 pi. And here's that spot where you might mess up again. Make sure that you put that denominator in parentheses, or your calculator will give you the correct answer for a different problem, not for this one. So 452.4 divided by parentheses 4 pi gives me about 36. So I think it's safe to say that our radius is about 6. And now we're going to plug it into our volume. 4/3 pi r cubed. So 4/3 times pi times 6 cubed. If I do 6 cubed, that's 216. And 216 times 4/3 is 288 pi meters, feet cubed, since we're finding volume.